Good afternoon, everyone. So, in this is our day 4 of our Palo Alto Firewall training. So, in today's class, or generally in day 4, I used to basically give you the idea about the configuration management, where we will discuss what is candidate config file, what is running config file, commit walkthrough, Palo Alto support portal and Palo Alto update server, licensing, dynamic updates, your software updates, power operations, how we can do the factory reset of our Palo Alto device, how we can go into the maintenance mode if your OS is corrupted or your file system is corrupted, right? How we can log in into the maintenance mode and we can check all those things. Administrative control. So administrative control already I have covered already. Okay. Then your some CLI commands basically, which we generally use in day-to-day job. So those are the ones which I generally cover in your day 4. Now, what I have to do, guys, if you remember from the yesterday session, we have completed the VMware installation, Palo Alto Firewall installation, right? On this Palo Alto Firewall, we have also installed the Windows XP, right? We have also installed the Linux server. Once VMware installation completed, we have done the NIC card setup, right? And after that, Eve ng installation. Then WinSCP software installation. Then your Eve client pack installation. So those two I have not done it. You have to do it. They are just the software. You have to go just click, click, click. That's it. And after that, we have done the Eve ng image upload using WinSCP. Then we have imported the Palo Alto pre-build topologies and validation of devices, like devices are working or not. In today's class, I'll basically start your GCP. So I can just name this as like, so GCP is also involved the similar process. Eve installation in GCP, which is Google Cloud. But before that, we will create a free tier account creation in Google Cloud, which is GCP. So let me put the full name, Google Cloud Platforms. Now, what we have to do? We have to create a free tier account on GCP. This is our first task. So what I can do, I'll go here. I'll open one window in incognito mode. And guys, you also need to do the same thing. Open your Chrome or either whatever browser you are using in incognito mode. Okay, once you have this incognito mode window, now what do you have to do? You have to type here GCP free account. You will get those type of link. Get started on Google Cloud Platform. Create a free account. You have to click into this one. create a free account. And now this option, guys, you only valid for the peoples who is not having a good laptop. Now, if you will see here, free to sign up, free to use, free monthly uses, you will get a 300 USD in free credit for new customers. Means you are getting that particular free credit for 3 months and we will utilize that credit. Now, what you need to create your GCP account? You needed one Gmail ID. What you need one Gmail ID. I recommend use Gmail ID only. Do not use other email IDs. Just use the Gmail ID here. Okay. So I guess I do have one Gmail ID with me, which is this one. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just click on start free. Now here it will ask enter your email ID, mobile number. So what I have to do, I have to enter my email ID here. Hemu 901923 at gmail.com. This is a totally newly created email ID. I just created few days back. Next, for the password. So what is the password for this? Even though I don't know password. Oh, it means I have configured my master password. Okay. Now it is asking the address. Put any dummy address like. Or you can skip. Not now. Once you will put the correct email ID and the correct password, you will reach here. You will reach here. Now, if you will see, you will get a 300 USD as a free credit. Try Google Cloud with 300 USD free credit. And that particular credit amount is valid for 90 days, which means this account you can able to utilize till 88 or 89 days. When that particular period will come, what you have to do? You have to destroy your GCP account. Fully you have to destroy. And also they have mentioned this statement, no automatic charges. You only start paying if you decide to activate a full. Just remember guys, do not activate this account as a full. Don't do that. If you will do that, then definitely amount will be deducted from your debit card or either from your credit card. So what you have to do, you don't need to activate this account fully. You don't need to select any option, pay as you go account or choose to prepay, not anything. Okay. Without doing those things, our job will be done. See, I will, because I'm in India, so I'll select my country, India here. You can able to select other countries as well. I'll just accept, agree, and I'll just continue. Now it is asking for the payment detail. Create a new payment profile. Put organization, select individual, put name. So I'll just put my name here, Hemu. Street address. So I'll put like, or you can select anything because they are already giving those details. So why I should write everything? Now they will ask add the payment method. Now you can see, now you need a credit card or debit card. You can also use the UPI QR code, or you can also pay with net banking. You have all these three options. But I highly recommend use your credit card. Use your credit card. Now you have to make sure in your credit card international transaction is enabled. What? International transaction must be enabled. You have to make sure that if you are using credit card or debit card, whatever, just make sure international transaction is enabled. Now do not ask me how to enable those things. You are the experienced person. You will figure it out. You can contact your bank or whatever. Now here you have to put your card number, expiry, card holder name, and those details. So what I can do, I'm just stop sharing for a minute. Let me enter the details. Now you can see I've saved my card details. Now what I'll do, I'll click on start free. So I'm again stopping my share, guys. Start free. So I've clicked on this start free. I have to go for the verification. So it will send the OTP. OTP. Now, once you will validate your OTP, you can able to see here, you will reach at this particular point of time. Help us to understand your needs so we can personalize your experience. What? You can just hit close and you are done. Now, guys, most important part. You can just put in your head. This is the most important part. You can see here they mention activate full. Do not activate. What? You have to do not activate ever again this account fully. Even though here also you will get, do not click on this activate button. What you have to do? You don't need to click. You don't need to activate your account full. Now, if you will see right away, my account got activated and I got around 25,000 INR as a free credit. See, it's a free credit, which is which will be expired on October 2025. In October 2025, you can go here, click on my first project. You will get here multiple things. See, we have a multiple things here. Here you will get all the options. If you want to check your billing, everything is there, but you don't need to worry about it, even though I'm not an expert on this cloud. You can click on dashboard. So dashboard will be looks like this always. Okay. Now, once this part is done, and after that, what do you have to do? After that, what you have to do, you can go here and you have to go to into this Google and you have to type eve-ng, eve-ng.net. Hit enter. It will take you into this website. Go into documentation. And you can you have this community cookbook. Click on this community cookbook. Open in browser tab. Or you can download, you can open whatever place you want. In this, see, now this is the main document of EVNG, which you can refer for installing anywhere. Now you can see Google Cloud Platform installation. They have started from page number 33. Even though they have also explained the same thing, I guess for, okay, I think there is no, they have not done for AWS. Previously, they used to have for AWS and Azure as well, but AWS and Azure no one uses because in AWS, if you will install, you will get charged every day. Same with the Azure, you will be charged every day. Now from here, what they said, connect to the console of GCP. We have already connected here, console.cloud.com, already there. Connect, do the signing. Now what you have to do after that, you can go into your first project. On the left side, navigate to the compute engine and press activate cloud cell. Now what do you have to do? You have to go inside this compute engine. Go here, compute engine, overview. Now this is the place where generally you will be able to see all your images and everything, whatever you have installed. Now here you will be able to see this activate cloud cell, this button. Click on that button. Continue. Authorize. Meanwhile, I'm opening something for you guys. Palo Alto is here. Where is the EVE-ng installation steps? So those two files you will get today. This document I'll share today. Create the free tier account, which is done. Create an instance. Now this is we are doing right now. So what we have to do, once you will get this cloud cell, this cell I'm asking, once you have this particular cell, Now what you have to do? You can go here, you can see. Once you will get this cloud cell, I guess guys it's visible, right? Once you have this particular cell, what you have to do? You have to copy all those commands. Go here and paste here. Just guys, what you have to do? You have to make sure. So what I'm doing in view, where is word wrap? You have to make sure everything. When you will use to copy the information from here, what used to happen sometimes, you can see those hyphens like this one, like these ones, like this one, these ones, this one. There is a high chance may we lost those particular hyphens. Okay. So what you can do, I'm opening one more notepad here. And I'll just copy this into that particular notepad. And I'll just deselect this word wrapping. Now what happens when you will paste, if you will paste this command, you can see this HTTP will come into different line. So now what you can do, you can copy this HTTP S1, Control X, go at the end and paste. Now you have everything just in single line. Go word wrap. Check here. Check this. Licenses. Then we have this particular HTTPS line, right? Now this is the exact command. And you will copy the entire command and you can go and just paste into this cloud cell. Right click and paste. Now you can see it is coming in one line. You can see everything. Go and hit enter. Error. There is error. Why? Looks like some argument was missing. Some argument was missing. So what we have to do, I'll open this. I'll go here and I'll try to match. What I'll do, I will try to match first what is the missing part. Nested Ubuntu Zemi. This is fine. Source family. Source image. Then after that we have a hyphen. That hyphen was missing, right? Source image family equals to Ubuntu hyphen 2020 04 hyphen LTS. Then we have a hyphen source hyphen image project equals to Ubuntu hyphen OS cloud. Then licenses. And after that, we have VM hyphen option is there, right? But here one hyphen is also missing. Okay. Copy this again. And just paste. If everything is good, then it will take. Click on yes. Enter. And meanwhile, go and just put this right command here. Now, guys, you got the issue. Because what used to happen, people used to stay at this step from long because they will not able to move further. Because of just this small problem. If everything went well, then we will see here status is ready. Status should be ready. So we have to just wait. Very nice question, Jack. Yes. Once your account will be expired for GCP, like let's suppose you have exhausted all the 300 USD or 25,000 INR which you have get as a free credit, right? Now still you want to do some less. What you can do? Create new email ID and use same card or also some different card and create your account again. You will again get the free credit for 90 days. It's taking too much time. Why? Yep. Status is ready, which means we are good. Just go close. Done. One part is done. Guys, do not enable this API service, nothing like that. Okay, do not enable anything by yourself. Whatever I am doing, just simply follow those steps. Straightforward. Now you can click on create instance in the VM compute engine. We are at that compute engine. VM machines. We are in the compute engine. How you can go into this compute engine? From this navigation, compute engine, VM instance. Go back. Click on create instance. Now give some name to your VM here. My lab. PA. FW. Give some any name, okay? But your name should be in small letters. Now go next. After creating, assign the name to your VM, set your own region and zone. Like they have provided here, E version 6, region you can select. But what I used to do, guys, I used to go with the default region, which is US Central. Okay. If you want, you can change the region. You can select your region. I will go with any here. Now here we have to select the machine type. Go into this memory optimized. Go into this memory optimized and go into this document. So they are using here N2. They are using one machine called N2, where they are using this 8 virtual CPU, 4 core and 32 GB of RAM. Okay. What I'll do, I'll go here. So if I can also, like I can use M2, where let me just see. Okay, these are the very highly optimized. Let me go into the general purpose only. I'll go with N2. But in my case, I'll go here and I'll use 4 virtual CPU. I don't have that option. High memory, 4 virtual CPU and 32 GB memory. 4 virtual CPU and 32 GB memory. We have to, I will select this one. Advanced configuration. Just leave as it is. Machine, then N2 preset, added the OS and storage. Press change button. Where is this storage? OS and storage. Click on change here. Custom images. And here we have to select our image, which is nested Ubuntu Zemi. Disk balanced as persistent disk. Let me just see what they have used in the documentation. See, custom SSD persistence disk they are using, and 100 GB is totally fine. Hundred GB is totally fine. Click on OK. Now we have to go into this data protection. We have to select no backup. No backup. I don't want any backup. In this networking, allow HTTP and HTTPS both. Allow HTTP and also allow HTTPS. Now we have to disable secure boot and okay, these two options we have to deselect. Allow default access. Just deselect both of these options. And guys, why I'm following this document, because see, if any changes happen at the EVNG end or any changes happening at the GCP end, this is the document. So I always try to download the latest one and I used to follow that one only. Now you have to click on create. Go and just click on create, and you can see if you will use this machine for a month, it will basically cost you around 170 USD. So what you have to do, how you can minimize that cost? Whenever you want to do the lab, that time only turn on your machine. If you are not doing your labs, what? Just turn off the machine. Just turn off the machine if you are not using it. That's how you will save. Create this machine. Now you can see creation is in progress. Compute engine, VM instance. Machine is created. EJ, if you have a system, then you don't need to create a lab on GCP. Okay. So guys, GCP option is only for the people who don't have a good laptop. If you already have a good laptop, then GCP option is not for you. Just remember. Why this API is coming again and again? View instance. I'll go into this project. VM instance. Okay. Now you can see now my instance has been successfully, it is running right now. Status is also green. Once you will see this green status, you can go and you can just click on open in browser window. We have to take the SSH access, open in browser window. So you will get this prompt. Now here you have to type sudo -i, authorize. Now what I have to do, I have to type sudo -i. Be the root now. Now I have to copy this particular command. Now this is the main command. Paste. So what it will do, now this command will download the .base file or .sh file, which is a shell script, and it will run that shell script in the bash mode. Now what it will do, see, because see what happens. Now your actual EVNG installation will start on your Ubuntu server, which just now we have installed on GCP. This is the script. Okay. So let me also put this command. And always guys try to get those commands from here only. and follow that particular guide. Because if like GCP will do any changes in backend, you will see those changes into that particular guide. And let me also tell you, like in my one of around 2 years back, so I was in one of the batch. What happened today? Whatever method I have explained to do the installation on GCP, that method totally changed. Why? Because GCP done some changes at their end. EVNG did some changes at their end. Like just after 2 days, that particular method was not working. Okay. So those type of issues generally sometimes you will get, but this is the best document, EVNG cookbook for the community edition. Now you can see download is going on. Okay, now we have to type apt update and apt upgrade. Apt update, app upgrade. Now we have to reboot. Go and simply just type reboot. Now it will, we have to wait for some time. Now guys, here they, oh, now they have added, right? Press Control plus C. Previously that option was missing. GCP images is a bit faster, guys. So just click on try. I think within 1 minute or sometime within like 2 minutes, they used to come online. Authorize, see, reboot has been completed, I guess. Now you will see this particular wizard. Now remember one thing, when you will see this wizard here, Do not start typing right away. What you have to do, you have to press Control C. You have to press Control C. See here. Type here Control C. And after this type sudo -i. Hit enter. And once you will type sudo -t, now you are the root. And once you will become the root, now you can put the root password. What is the ng password? It's EVE. Hit enter. Repeat the password EVE. Hit enter. Name is evng. That is fine. Hit enter. Domain is also fine. Example.com. Hit enter. Now, which type of IP assignment here we will use? Guys, in GCP, we always use DSCP. We always use DSCP. So what I'll do here also, I'll just hit enter. NTP you don't need to give, hit just hit enter. Hit enter. Set the IP as DSCP. After that, it will just go for the automatic reboot. Now guys, your EVNG, you will not able to access from this prompt because now we have configured the password. Authorize. Oh, we can able to get from here. Oh, that's great. Sudo -i. Set DHCP IP reboot. Yeah, reboot is completed. Docker installation. After EVNG rebooted, reconnect with the SSH session sudo I. Just run here. apt update. Apt upgrade. Close this. Go back here. Now this is the public IP address. Copy this public IP address. Open your putty. Open. Accept. Username is root. Password is EBE. I got the login successfully. This is what I wanted to do. Not log in, guys. It's a public IP, so anyone can able to log in. Do not do that. Type here HTTP :/ and access. Continue to the site. What is the password, guys, here for GUI? What is the username and password for EVNG? It's admin and EVE. Use it generally if you want. If you are accessing your office laptop, then use HTML5 console. If your personal laptop, use native console. But to use this native console, you have to install one software. Which software? EVNG client pack installation. This you have to do by yourself. We have completed till here now. My lab. Right now you can see I don't have any notes. Now what I have to do to get the nodes? WinSCP. I will use WinSCP now. Close. I don't want to upgrade. Create a new connection. Put the IP address, public IP. Username is root. Password is EVE. Save. Login. Yes. Go into your slash. What is the place where I have to upload the images? Inside this slash, OPD, unit lab, add-ons, indices. Go in your laptop. Also, this is my laptop frame. I'll upload this. Now, guys, this upload will take time because now uploading from my PC to the Google Cloud and on the server which is hosted on GCP in which location? In US location somewhere. Now in Hemu, I'll go back here. In Hemu, I will upload this Windows 10, Palo Alto 10, L2, L3, Tynical Linux, ASA, Ubuntu. This Kali Linux also you need to upload, but I am not doing. But you have to do this Kali Linux as well. Drag and drop. Now you can see this transfer will take around 30 minutes. So we have to wait. Now we are done with the setup. Close this. You can see I can add the node now. 3757 which is uploaded fully. I can use this router. Here you will see icon little bit different because here we have a latest EVNG. R2 connect, power on, power on, refresh. So here you will see some slowness as well. You will not get the prompt and everything right away. Now guys, this is the problem. See, I am not able to get those access. So I have to do one more extra step here. I'll go here. Into the BPC network, firewall. And I'll create a firewall rule. I'll give the name ingress rule. Network is default. Priority is 1000 is fine. Ingress, allow all instance in the network. Just allow everything. Allow all. Create one more firewall rule. Egress rule. Select egress. or instance in the network. Put all destinations. Allow all. Create this. And even though guys, if you are not able to open this HTTP connection, then only you can able to, you have to do this option. Once we have this, if you can open this time, see, we are getting green. Okay, we got the access of router, guys. Okay, so this is your guys EVNG setup over the GCP platform. Okay, I have the access of both the routers. Close. Now here you can also import the images. Delete those, not required at all. See, our lab is ready now. Access, open. Okay. Now everything is similar like we did yesterday. Once our upload will complete for all those images, we are good to go. We are good to use all the topologies. We are good to use the GCP EVNG setup. Okay. Now, so guys, now see GCP part is completed here. What GCP part is completed here. Now I'm just moving ahead with your today's topic. Once this upload will complete, I'll give you some glimpse of it and that's it guys. That is your EVNG setup. And once this upload will complete, I will also tell you how you can able to stop your EVNG instance if you are not using. Now, so guys, in day 4, as I have mentioned in the starting, those are the topics like configuration management, commit walkthrough, Palo Alto support portal and update server, license, dynamic updates, software updates, power options, factory reset, maintenance mode, frequently use CLI commands and administrative control. Those are the ones which I needs to do. Now let's try to understand this candidate configuration and running configuration. So guys, tell me one thing. As you have already gone through some of the details, in your Palo Alto firewall, how many planes we are having? In your Palo Alto firewall, how many planes we are having? Management plane, and we have a data plane. Management plane, guys, do not mention control plane. Control plane is totally different. Control plane is a part of data plane. That information they have put it wrongly in the documents. Okay, your control plane they have a separately, which is a part of your DP. Now, see, in your management plane, if you remember, it has a RAM, it has a CPU, and also it has SSD. Your data plane, generally in your data plane, do you see any type of SSD? SSD is not there in your data plane. Your data plane is only have RAM. This RAM is known as DRAM. So guys, in your Palo Alto Firewall, candidate configuration files resides into your management plane. Here you have your candidate configuration files. And in your data plane, we have a only the running configuration. We have the running configuration. And always remember, this running configuration is always available in the RAM. Means your running configuration is a part of RAM. This candidate configuration is a part of SSD. So somebody asked, what is SSD? It's a hard disk. Okay, so your candidate configuration is always be a part of SSD, and it's a part of management plane. And your management plane is responsible for the configuration management. Now, in your Palo Alto firewall, whenever we will do any type of changes, those changes will be saved into a file called candidate configuration file. Those changes will always be saved into the candidate configuration file. Now, whenever you will make any type of changes, those changes will go here into this candidate configuration. If you want to make those changes active on the firewall, then you have to issue a command called commit. What this command commit will do, it will copy the candidate config, it will copy the items from the candidate configuration, and it will basically paste into the running configuration. Or means your firewall will take the configuration or take the candidate configuration, and it will load that configuration inside you in the data plane in the RAM. Whatever configuration is active in the firewall, that configuration is known as running configuration. My firewall is doing the data processing according to this particular running configuration, which is available in the data plane. Now tell me one thing, guys. What is the default behavior of the RAM if your system is rebooted? If my system is rebooted or restarted, what will happen? Whatever data you have in the RAM, what it will be available here, it will be available, or you will lose that data, or you will lose that particular files. Yes or no? We will lose it. What? We will lose that data. Now, if we will lose that data and after the reboot, when your firewall came online, now Your firewall needed some data, right, in the running configuration? Yes or no? So that time what used to happen? Your data gets copied from the candidate configuration to the running configuration again. Now, if we want to copy the data, if we want to copy any changes, or if we want to copy the candidate configuration into the running configuration, we have to issue the command called commit. And right now, how it gets copied? Because when you will see your device online, and if you will check, your device have all the configuration. So in your firewall, by default, it used to run a auto commit job. Auto commit job, it will initiate by itself. It's a cron job. Cron job are the jobs which is initiated by the system itself. So we have here two type of commit. Auto commit is there and normal commit is there, right? Yes or no? And we have understand your candidate. We have a two type of files. We have a candidate configuration file and we have a running configuration file. Candidate configuration file is stored inside the management plane and hard drive or in the SSD. And guys, tell me one thing: if your system is restarted or rebooted, whatever information or whatever data you have stored in the SSD, will you lose that data or not? We never lose that type of data which are available in the SSD. So now you got the importance why we have this candidate configuration and why we are storing those files inside the SSD, because we don't want to lose anything. Okay. Now, so guys, as I have mentioned, Palo Alto Firewall have two type of configuration files: running configuration. Those are the configuration setting which is currently active on your firewall. We have a candidate configuration files. So whatever configuration changes we used to do or we are currently doing, but those changes are not in the active on the firewall. Means whenever we will do the changes, always they first reflect into the candidate configuration file. And once we will do the commit, those changes will be go from the candidate configuration to the running configuration. Okay. So it's the same diagram, guys. We have a data plane. In data plane memory, which is RAM, we have a running configuration. We have a, I'm not sure why they used to put here control plane. It's the management plane. In management plane, they used to store the files in the .xml format. That is known as your candidate configuration file. You don't have only single file. Multiple candidate configuration files will be there because multiple users used to do changes. In your firewall, let's suppose you can do the changes, your friend can also do, and your another colleague can also do. You can just commit your changes only. That is also totally possible. Okay, now. So I'm in the let me just show you something from this firewall itself. I'll go here into this objects tab. Let me add here two, three object. Test 1, 2, 3. Let me clone this. I'll go into network tab. Let me create some zones here, like test, layer 3 I have created, DMZ I have created. Let me create one dummy rule. Allow all with any. I did some changes. Now let's go into this device tab, and we have here one thing which is config audit. I'll go into this config audit. So now they have a multiple versions. Not this one. I want to run this config audit. One more. Let me just refresh this again. Let me just compare my running configuration and local candidate configuration file. I want to do the comparison. Let's compare. Now you can see in the change summary, let's try to analyze what are the changes I have done. You can see I have added one object, address group, one test zone, one DMZ zone, and one allow security rule, right? So here you will get the summary XML difference. You can see the difference here. Now this file is representing the running configuration, and this file representing the candidate configuration. You can see we have added this particular zone. Yes or no? Test and DMZ. It's a part of your candidate configuration. See, it's a part of your candidate configuration. I've added this rule. It's a part of your candidate configuration. In the running configuration, we are not having that rule. It's all empty. I've added this address object. You can see that address object is there. Even though you are also getting who has done that changes. Admin user had done that changes. You are also getting the time. See how powerful this audit option. Okay, so from here you can able to do the auditing. Always try to do those type of auditing, and always when now let's suppose I want to make those changes permanent. So here you have a commit option. When you will click on this commit, here you will get two options. Now let's try to understand. Here I wanted to tell you what is the commit scope. We have this two option: commit all changes or commit changes by user called admin. What is the main difference between these two admins? Let's suppose we have three user. First username is admin, second user is Hemu, and third user is Bidit. Let's suppose this admin, he has done 10 changes. Hemu has done 20 changes, and Bidit has done 5 changes. Now, what this Bidit and Hemu they have done, they when they are trying to do those 20 changes or Bidit trying to do 5 changes, they have just completed 70% of the work. 30% work is still they need to do. Means 30% changes is still they needs to do. Maybe they are on break or somewhere, whatever. But this admin, he has completed his all 10 changes, means 100% work is completed. Now, If he will select this particular option, commit all changes, what will happen? This admin user, all 10 changes will be activated in the running configuration, but we have around 17% of uncompleted changes or incomplete changes from Hemu and Badit. Those changes will also got applied. Do you think it's a good idea? Tell me one thing, it's a good idea? Guys, it's common sense, right? Why I should do the incomplete changes in the production firewall? This is my production firewall. If I'll do any mistake, then I will get fired right away. So always just make a habit here. When you will select this option, commit all changes, which means you are committing all the changes which is done by all the different network engineers. What we have to do, always make a habit in the production environment, commit changes made by you only. Commit changes made by user called admin, which is you right now. Always check your commit scope. What is the changes you have done? If you will click on this commit scope, you will notice I've added one test zone. Yes, I have added. I've added one test object. Yes, I have done those activities. Allow rule I have added, and DMZ zone I have added, right? Those are the only 5 changes I have done. Those 5 changes are there, which means we are good. Now click on preview changes. Just preview your changes properly. Open. So guys, whenever you will do any type of new changes, you always see with the green. Green means new changes, yellow means modified, and red means deleted. Okay. Now when you will do the preview, you can see it's a same option like audit, commit or preview, both are similar, but preview will give you very nice look and feel. You can see this is my running configuration and this is my candidate configuration. Right now, see, even though I have added this new zone, but still it is with yellow color. Might be that's a bug in this particular operating system. Okay, this is a bug. Otherwise, it should be green. See, this is the zone we have added. These are the 2 zones I have added, right? Previously, there were no zone configuration. Security rule I have added. So you can see here you will get those preview, but you can see you will only able to see, and also you have added those objects, right? So here you can able to always do the preview before doing the changes. But most important part, guys, how you will 100% make sure yourself you have done the correct changes. How you will make sure yourself you have done the correct changes. What do we have to do? We have to click on validate commit. This validation will tell you you have done the correct changes, right? So we will always validate our changes. And like in which situations, I'm talking about the production point of view, guys. In which situation this validate option is helpful? Let me tell you. Let's suppose you have one scheduled activity at 8 p.m. on Saturday. What you have done in the Saturday morning, you done a work for 4 hours, and by 12 p.m. you have completed all the changes which you want to do in this particular box. Now, only one thing you have to do at 8 p.m. because this 8 p.m. window, you just have a 5 minute of downtime. You just have a 5 minute of time, downtime. Do you think in this 5 minute time you can able to, because your commit will take 1 minute, right? Then you will ask the application team, let's say application team needed 2 minutes to test the application. And if anything wrong happens, you have to revert your changes. Then you need at least 2 minutes of time for the rollback. Do you think in this tight schedule, do you have any single minute for doing your troubleshooting? Do you have any time here? No, we don't have anything, right? So we have to 100% make sure whatever changes you have done in this 4 hours of time, you have to always make sure they are 100% correct. Because if you have errors in your changes, then your commit, when you will do a commit, your commit will fail. And you are not having a time for doing that troubleshooting. Just in 5 minutes, you cannot able to solve the commit related problems. If you will see 2 3 commit problems, because when you will basically do a commit, if there is a 10 problems, then in one commit it will fail because of first error. When you will solve that first error, when you will do the commit again, then it will fail at second error. In the single go, it will not give you like those are the 10 errors available in your configuration. No, it's not like that. Just single error you will get. Then you need at least 10 iterations of commit to solve those 10 misconfiguration which you have done. So what is the best way? When you have completed at 12 p.m., just do the validation. Just do the validation. If your validation is successful, which means your commit will be successful 100%. Commit will be successful 100%. So got it, guys? In which case, what is the production use case for this validate option? Always do the changes summary, check whatever the changes you have done in the summary here. And after that, you can do the commit. But before doing this commit, I wanted to show you something. I wanted to show you something. Where is this firewall? Now, guys, this is little bit advanced. Okay, do not confuse with that. If you can able to get it, totally fine. If no, that is also fine at the moment. No. In your Palo Alto firewall, as I have mentioned, Palo Alto firewall OS or kernel based on Linux? Yes or no, guys? Because PanOS has a Linux kernel, so it has a daemons. Daemons is nothing, they are just the processes. Like when you will run the notepad in your Windows laptop, there is a notepad.exe process used to start. So it's the same thing. So like in your Palo Alto firewall, we have a daemon called management server. And behind this management server, there is a one daemon called config. Config. This is the daemon who is responsible for your configuration related task. If your configuration is failing or your commit is failing, we have to always the check the file of this config daemon. You don't need to run any type of debugs, advanced debugs for that. This is the file which is available inside nmp less mp hyphen log config.log. This is the log file. You can able to see the entire logs here. If you will type Control Z, it will take you at the end. Or Shift Z, sorry, it's Shift Z, it will take you at the last. So here you can able to read all the logs. What's happening there? Now, best command. See, this will basically this config d.log, it will give you the results from starting to the last. But I want to see the live results, live what's happening right now. So I will use this command tail follow yes. It will show me the live logs of this particular process called config d. What's happening at the moment with this particular daemon. And as you know now, let me just initiate the commit. As soon as I will initiate the commit, you will start seeing some logs here. See, config sent to CSET successfully, client CSET report phase 0 was successful. Oh, phase 0. Phase 1 was successful. Now what is these phases? Now we also need to understand those particular phases. Phase 2 is also successful. Let me just press here Control C. Now let's try to understand those particular information. I will not go very deep here, guys, but I'll just give you the idea. I wanted to also give you one more stuff here. I'll go into this one because, you know, generally in Panorama, I used to explain this topic in depth because with Panorama, it makes some sense. So guys, what used to happen when you will do a commit? So guys, those are the phases or those are the stages of your commit. When you used to do the commit, let's suppose, see, this situation can also happen, right? Admin 1, admin, and we have a admin 2. This is admin 1. Admin 1 is also did the commit as 10 a.m. at 10. And admin 2 is also did the commit at the same time. This can happen or not. Let's suppose this one, admin 1 is sitting in India somewhere, and admin 2, let's suppose, is sitting somewhere in Europe. They have logged into the same firewall and they did their changes, and both they did the commit at the same time. This is possible or not? No. What used to happen? So your commit, let's suppose if multiple admins did the commit at the same time, then your commit will go into the queue. So at the first stage, your commit used to go into the queue. Means first there's a one queue is there. There's a one commit queue is there. Once this commit queuing, then after that you pre-commit, then your phase 0, then your phase 1, then your phase 2. Then we have a phase 0, we have phase 1, and we have a phase 2. Now let me tell you, when we have done this validate commit. You remember this option validate commit? When we used to run this validate commit, that time your commit used to go with those stages: commit queuing, pre-commit, phase 0, and phase 1. So your validation will go test the configuration till phase 1. And if your phase 1 is succeeded, then phase 2 in your Palo Alto firewall never designed it to fail. It never fails. If your phase 1 is succeeded, then your phase 2 will always succeed. It is not designed to fail at all. This is how Palo Alto done the programming. Now, what used to happen in phase 0? Why we have multiple phases? In phase 0, basically, what used to happen? Whatever object, whatever configuration you have done, that configuration is available in the candidate configuration, yes or no? Candidate config file. Now this configuration is going into your running config. So what used to happen in phase 1, basically, it will assign the IDs. It will assign the unique IDs. It will assign the unique IDs to your objects, whatever the objects you have configured, or the rules you have configured, or the zones, whatever configuration you have done, it will assign the unique IDs. It will assign the unique IDs. And who will assign this IDs? There is a one process called ID manager, IDMGR. So in phase 0, this ID assignment used to happen. Phase 1, your validation used to happen. My Palo Alto firewall going to check whatever configuration we have received, that configuration is correct or not. With whom it will check? It will check against those clients. Those clients you can able to see by running this console management client. What are those clients? Nothing. Those are just the programs. We have a client which is route D. What is this route D? This is a daemon, a process, or the program which is responsible for your routing, like OSPF, BGP, static routing, all those stuff. Means he will check. Let's suppose I have two default routes. I have two default route. One is pointing via Ethernet 1 by 1, and another one is pointing via Ethernet 1 by 2. And it has a metric which is 10. Another route is also a metric 10. Guys, tell me one thing. It is a valid combination. Can we have a same route with the two interfaces with the same metric? Which means it's a misconfiguration. Yes or no? It's a misconfiguration, because we cannot have the same route with via two different interfaces with same metric. It's a misconfiguration. Then who will validate this misconfiguration? Your route daemon will validate this misconfiguration. Then H agent, it will validate your H related configuration. If manager, it will validate your interface related configuration. Then we have a device. C said, IKE manager, it will validate your VPN related configuration. Key manager, your whatever the crypto keys or the SSL keys is created, this key manager used to handle. DSCPD, DSCP related configuration. REST manager, your global protect related configuration. User ID, your user ID, SSL manager, authID, all those particular daemons, they will check that particular configuration is correct or not. Okay, so in phase 1, your validation happens against those daemons. Just remember. And after that, your phase 2, it is never designed. Once your phase 1 is, if phase 1 is successful, then in phase 2, it will pass 100%. Phase 2 never designed to fail. Phase 2 is never designed to fail. Now, how this commit queuing operation used to happen? Now, guys, tell me one thing. This device firewall, either we can initiate a local commit on the firewall, either we can also push the configuration from the panorama, right? What used to happen? Local commit or panorama push, commit, enqueued into the job queue. So we have one job queue in your Palo Alto firewall. So those particular commit will go into this job queue. And at the same time, they will also save the copy of candidate configuration files before enqueuing the job. Means they will save the candidate configuration files. Okay, they will save that particular file, candidate configuration file. And after that, from this job queue, they will basically dequeue this particular job and they will put this particular commit job into the job processing queue. Now, once this job in the job processing queue, now here we have a two things. Commit task queue. For the commit related jobs, they will go into this commit task queue. And we have a default task queue here. All the non-commit related jobs will go, like your dynamic updates, your software updates, all those jobs as a non-commit related jobs, your FQDN refresh, your EDL refresh, okay? All those jobs will go into this default task queue. And after that, this job will dequeue the job and they will get processed. They will just get processed. Let me tell you in a little bit advanced details, like what is this phases? So in phase 0, you assign the IDs to all the objects. And also it will create one more file which is known as merge.sp.xml. Which file is created? Which is merge.sp.xml. This is the file it used to create. In phase 1, new file created, which is your last candidate configuration.xml. Why it is creating this last candidate configuration.xml? Because when you will do commit, whenever you perform a commit or when you will do commit in your firewall, what used to happen? If I'll go into your operations, if I'll go into this export, you can see each time, where is the versions? I'm not able to see any versions. Save, not here. Load versions. What used to happen? Whenever you will do a commit, see, there's a version number 30 is created, which is for today at 5:55:29, because that is the time when I did the commit. So each time it will create this particular version. This version you can think like a last candidate configuration.xml file. So if we want to do the rollback, we can just load that version and we will save our life. Okay. And also your management server daemons reaches to the other daemons for the config errors. All your management clients, it will reach and it will check for the errors. Means here your validation happens. In phase 2, it will flips the pointer from candidate configuration to the running configuration. And this particular phase never designed to fail. Daemon validation is still performed. Validation is still they will do here. And this is a little bit basic architecture of your daemon. What used to happen initially? All those tasks done by one daemon called management server, MS in short. Now MS is acting as a message dispatcher. It will just dispatch the message. Now for the config management, they have added config D. For log related tasks, they have added this log receiver. For reporting purpose, they have added report D. Guys, remember your SP3 class. In your SP3, what is the task of management plane? Configuration management. Now, which daemon used to do? Config D. Logging related task, your log receiver. Your report related task, report D. Then you can ask, what is this user ID daemon? Why we have? Because just sometimes what used to happen, there is a one concept is there, like for user ID, we can able to share those user ID information between one firewall and firewall 1 and firewall 2, right? So that time they will use user ID as well to exchange the runtime stats. Okay. So I'll cover those in your HA class, but this is the little bit advanced view of your commit. I'll come back into the actual topic now. Now let's try to understand those logs. So I will start reading those logs of your commit. Config sent to the satellite C said. Client C said reported phase 0 was successful. You can see they are reporting your device D is also reported phase 0 was successful. Means your phase 0 is succeeded. But before that, I wanted to give you some idea. Saving the candidate configuration to dot candidate hyphen snapshot dot xml dot 102. So this is the file which they used to create in phase 0. This is the file. And that file is available inside your OPT, pen config, mgmt, commit candidates dot candidate hyphen snapshot dot xml dot 102. Okay. This is the file which they have created. And now pen config save commit candidate 3 seconds. Job 30. So this is the job ID which is associated with this commit. Candidate.xml. Now because this file, why they are saving this file? Because you know guys, they have to send this file against your daemons and all for the validation purpose, right? And after that you will see, because this daemon is also responsible for other tasks. So that's why you are able to see lots of logs here. Now you can see your phase 0 was successful. Now your phase 1 is also successful. You can see your phase 1 is successful. Phase 1 is reported successful with almost all the daemons. And after that, your phase 2 is also successful. See? And your commit is done. Okay. Now, let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. Not here on this box. I'll take the access of this box as well. I already having. Let me open one more terminal. I needed at least 2 terminals to show you. We'll go into this network tab, into virtual router. I'll go into this VRWAN static routes. Oh, read only. I can select, I can override because I'm managing with Panorama. That's why. Let me add here 2. Test 1. Same subnet. 1.1.1.0 slash 24. It is reachable via AE1 interface. The next hop is 192.168.1.1. Let me just add here 1.10.1, okay? Because I don't want, if I have any existing route, don't want any mess. Metric is 10, add it. I'll select, clone this. I'll add exactly similar. I have the same route, same admin, same metric. Click on OK. Go here, debug, management server. Set. Node panorama server. Where is this config D stuff? I don't want to directly on this. On a debug level. Look, okay. When I will run the debugging here, now if I run this contail follow yes, config d dot log, hit enter. Tail follow yes, mp log ms dot log. Now let's go and do the commit. Now guys, this commit will 100% fail, but I am doing it. Let's see what will happen. Now here you will get multiple logs this time because I have run the debugging little bit advanced level. If you will close this from here, then you can go into this task manager. You can also able to open from here. Let's see. Phase 1 has been failed this time. Let me press Ctrl C. Press Ctrl C here as well. Just type this so management clients. See, your commit has been aborted. Commit is aborted. And if you will see this time here somewhere, till here it was going through phase 1 was successful, but here you can see phase 1 is failed. Why it has failed? Because of this route daemon. Client, see it just failed against the route daemon, and you can get the there's an invalid job to persist. See, you will get here the entire stuff. Phase 1 has been aborted. It just get failed because of this route daemon. Even though you can see now, you can see some configuration as well. Because I'm managing through this device via panorama, that's why. Okay. So guys, that's how. And even though right now you can see lots of logs because I have run the debugging. When you will run the debugging, you will see lots of logs. Okay. So now, first of all, how to disable your debugging? You can always keep it as info level, or if you want, you can also go with error level, not more than that. Okay. And this time you can see here as well, you will get commit has been failed because of there's a problem in the inter-virtual router VR configuration. We have a same subnet, same destination IP with same metric value via. Now, if you will correct this error, so this time if I'll go here, if I'll just add here 20, now it will accept. I can also, if I can also change the interface, it will work. 1.10.1.0/24, 192.168.29.1. Just change the metric, and this time if you will do the commit will work. Meanwhile, guys, commit is going on. So you can see upload has been completed. This is how you have to upload the images on GCP. And you can see now I have all the labs. You can able to use those labs. Okay. But you can always go inside your compute engine, VM instance, because if you are not using that VM, you can go and you can just shut down. Stop. Do not do the reset or suspend, not needed. Always stop. We are done. But in my case, because I don't needed this GCP now anymore. Oh, so better I can just go and I can just delete because I don't require. But you don't need to, or you can stop whenever you want. You can start and you can work. From here, you will get a start. I will delete. Now this time, see, commit is succeeded. And this time, if you will read the logs from starting. Okay, guys, one problem is happened. Why? See, this time because we have set the error level, so we are just getting the debugs only at the error level. Okay. There is a one thing to remember. Okay, I have to complete this as well. Let me show you something. Palo Alto demons default debug level. So this is the command, guys. Debug software logging levels show all services. What it will do, it will show you what is the default debug level of all the processes in your Palo Alto firewall. Like your H agent always run at the debug level, config D right now at error level, but I think it should be at the info level. So this is the default logging level, which will tell you what is we have configured. You can also try this command. Debug software logging level set level default. It will basically, if you have done any changes and you want to change those particular logging level as default, just run this command. It will make that logging level default automatically. Okay. So just remember those two commands as well. Like management server mostly at the info level. That's why we are not able to see much details. The same thing here as well. Okay. Now, so guys, I hope you got the point now. What is commit phase 0, phase 1, and phase 2? Now let me tell you one more thing. Types of commit. Types of commit. How many types of commit we are having? First is your normal commit. Second type of commit is your auto commit. And third one is commit force. What is this commit force now? Let me tell you what is this commit force. First, we will try to understand this commit force. So then we will go for normal commit and auto commit. Auto commit you have already seen. One use case when your device gets rebooted very first time. When your device gets rebooted very first time, or your device is restarted, that time your candidate configuration file gets copied from your management plane to the data plane. And how it will gets copied? Because my system initiate the auto commit. And also we have a couple of other use cases for auto commit. We have one concept of EDL, external dynamic list. EDL refresh means we can able to refresh the malicious IP address or domain names from the external resources. When there is a EDL refresh used to happen, and if we have received the new information, that time also your auto commit will triggered. But that time we will not able to get see this commit properly. Auto commit will basically do your job that time also during this EDL refresh job. When we used to basically schedule our dynamic updates, download and installation, that time is also my firewall download the or this application updates, your dynamic, your threats updates, your antivirus updates, your wildfire updates. It will download and install them. That time also your auto commit will triggered in the backend. Okay, so there are 3-4 use cases for auto commit. Now let's try to understand this commit force. Let's try to understand, guys. We have here candidate configuration. This is my candidate configuration file, and I have my running configuration file. And at around 10 a.m., I did my commit, which means this candidate configuration having around 2000 lines of configuration. Running configuration is also having same 2000 lines of configuration at 10 a.m. because we did the fresh commit. One commit is already done by some network admin. Now, let's suppose at 12 till 11:30 a.m. There are lots of changes done by your team. Now your candidate configuration file become has around 27 lines, means 700 extra lines is added. Those 700 extra lines is added in your candidate configuration and no one did the commit. No. Now, if you will basically issue the normal commit, like this command, normal commit, like this, you will go into this configuration mode and commit we will always run into the configuration mode. And if you will type this commit normal, then what will happen? Or through the GUI, you will do it from here. It is also normal commit. Then what used to happen? In case of normal commit, only the extra, whatever the extra configuration we are having into this candidate configuration file, those extra configuration get copied from your candidate configuration to running configuration. Means only those 700 newly added lines gets copied. Means now 200 lines we have and extra 700 lines we have received. Now your configuration become 2700 lines. Similar. Okay. This is the case of normal commit. Now let's try to understand commit force. Now I did commit force. Commit force option is only available through the CLI. It's not available via the GUI. That time what used to happen? All those 2700 lines got copied here into your running configuration. Means your entire candidate configuration templates gets copied from your management plane to the data plane. That is your commit force. Commit force means your entire candidate configuration file gets copied into the running configuration. In your normal commit, only the difference gets copied. But in the commit force, entire configuration gets copied. Now, I hope you understood this particular difference between commit and commit force. Any questions, guys, on this? So Beneath is saying you have not understood this particular stuff. See guys, first of all, I don't have a habit of repeating the things. Okay. If you are not able to understand this very, very basic information, then how you will basically cope up with the next topics? Now, just Ankit, can you just unmute yourself? Or nobody needs to unmute. Just Ankit, you can unmute yourself and tell me what you have not understood in this.
Hello.
Yeah, what you have not understand in this.
So just want to know that you mentioned that when we are doing the
No, no,
uh
just tell me in
just
commit and commit force, what is the confusion? Just tell me
uh,
that point.
just want to clear the commit force point again.
So like
If
what I said in the commit force, what I said in commit force, what happened? Can you just repeat?
yes, this point is not clear to me, so that's why I ask you.
I just said, right? I just explained. Either you are not listening my whatever I'm telling, right? Beneath, can you also
We
please
just
unmute
need to
yourself?
understand the use case scenario for that.
Then ask the use case. Just tell me some use cases, right?
Yeah.
Why you have mentioned you have not understood this difference between commit, normal commit and commit force? Because it's very simple, right? In normal commit, what's happening? Only the difference, only the new changes gets copied, and commit force, entire changes gets copied.
Okay, okay.
Any confusion, guys, with this statement?
No.
No, sir. Thank you.
I hope everyone is got the point. So guys, see, to explain these things, I'm putting lots of effort, okay? And if somebody is not able, see, I know this is a very, very basic topic. If you have a problem understanding these basic topics, then in the future, I will go very depth actually in your future classes. I'm not a person who used to skip, as I have told you. I'll go very in depth, even though in commit also, I think I have just put around 1 hour on the commit only, right? No one teaches this commit in this type of way. They just give you commit, it just copy the candidate config into running config. Commit topic is closed. Now, commit force. Now, why we have this commit force actually? Why we have this commit force and what is the use of this commit force in Palo Alto? Because first of all, this option is not available on the GUI, but only this on the CLI we are having this commit, right? Why we have only this commit force option? Now you can see when I run the normal commit in this situation, it said there were no changes. But when I run the commit force, what happening? It is running that job. Why it is running? Because it will not care about it. It will just take the entire candidate configuration and will copy it into your running configuration. So you know what used to happen. Let me go a little bit advanced. In Palo Alto Firewall, the maximum configuration size is 80 MB. Your configuration size is 80 MB. If your configuration going beyond 80 MB, like if it went like 150 MB or what 140 MB or like 110 MB or like 95 MB, they if your configuration become that much big, that time you will face some issues during when you will do the commit. If your configuration size is very big or exceeded the maximum limit, Palo Alto said your firewall configuration size cannot be greater than 80 MB. And if your configuration is going beyond that limit, that time you will face some issues, some challenges. And right now also you can see right now my configuration size is I think around 19 MB. Okay. So what used to happen that time your ID manager process, it will not able to assign the IDs properly. When you are running this conf commit command, when you are running this commit command, normal commit, what used to happen because now in case of normal commit, he has to extract your extra configuration from this particular entire candidate configuration file. Maybe your config daemon will fail because configuration size is more. It is not able to handle. In those type of situations, what we have to go with the commit force. So I hope you have understood that as well. Guys, write in the chat. I guess guys, Ankit, Beneath or other people, you have understood, right? And guys, do not see when I'll teaches, do not think like that I'm like insulting you or like that. See, I always try to deliver the things at my best. Okay, so make, don't think like that. Just I wanted to make sure everyone is on the same page. They are getting the information. Otherwise, there is no sense to explain those information if you are not able to understand properly. So guys, commit force and auto commit is clear. You know this candidate configuration, you know this running configuration now. It is clear, guys, to everyone. If yes, then let's have a break.